So good afternoon, March 11, 2014. This is CISG113, Section 1, Information Security and Privacy. Today is day number 8 in week number 5. So let's get started. First of all, welcome back and congratulations, because I see a lot of submissions over the past 3 days. And normally at this point of the class, I might ask you, do you need some help? What kind of help do you need? In terms of a little bit more time to adjust something? Or I need some more encouragement scores? Okay? So normally, I must ask questions at this time because you might find it difficult to get all the artifacts completed the first time through the learning contract. So may I ask these questions? We have to submit per student 6 items, right? In learning contract number 1. How many of you have submitted all 6 items? Would you raise your hand? Not all of you have submitted all the 6 items. So I can save my souvenir, okay, until next time. So how many of you have submitted 5? Great, I got at least 2. All right, very good, 5. How many have submitted 4? Okay, I got more, right? And how many of you have submitted 3? 3. This is a minimum. Not. Okay, anyway. Okay, for those of you who need some help, I'm going to do something very simple. I'm going to extend the submission time to 11:55 tomorrow. That means you can still keep doing, and hopefully I got some of you that submit all 6, all right? So, but remember, normally I do not encourage this because this is your second learning contracts already, okay? This is your second learning contract, but for the sake of warm up and for the sake of adjusting, it's okay. But remember, in the second learning contract, you still have to keep up with the same practice, okay? Just as in the first learning contract, but there is some treat, okay? What is meant by treat? So if you look at this week, this is week number 5, okay? And have you ever checked up with the reading list for week number 5? How many questions are there? I believe you will have at least 4. Let's double check on this. Okay? Readings for week number 5. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So remember, in the first learning contract, the first week reading, only 2 questions, right? In the second week's reading, another 2 questions. In the third week's reading, 3 questions. In the fourth week's reading, 2 questions. So altogether, you have 9 questions to finish if you have done all the journals. But in order to submit the journal, you just have to select 1 week's journal. That means most of you will select the week with 2 questions only. All right? But here we go. Starting with week number 5, you have 4 questions already. And if you look at the subsequent week number 6, week number 7, you might have 4 times 3, 12 questions to finish in 3 weeks' time. So much work to do with so little time, 1 week fewer than in the first learning contract. How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? I need to drop this course. No, I'm not going to do that. Now, listen very carefully. This is the trick, okay? You have a peer member now, right? So this is very important. Oh, she's very smart. In the second learning contract, you have to work with your learning partner to complete your weekly journal, okay? Although when you look at the submission artifacts in the second learning contract, you have week 5, week 6, and week 7, right? You only have to submit 1 week's journal, okay? Not all, okay? But even 1 week's journal, you have a number more questions. So you have to do the weekly journal with your learning partner in such a way that you can sweat, you can take off your sweat. That means you can share the number of topics. So if there are 4 here, okay, you can, here's my good friend, let me just do 1, he's going to do 3, it's fine with me, okay? Or, let me just divide it in half, he's going to do 2, and I'm going to do 2. So in terms of journal, sets of OIA is shared. In what proportions, very up to 2 of you in your pair, or is very up to sometimes 3 of you in your pair. It's much better if you're 3 persons, you see. 4 divided by 3 is only 1 person do 2, the other 1. So much better, congratulations. So you see the meaning of collaborations, all right? You have to do it this way, but you also need to make sure that all the work you did in your journal is made visible to members of your pair. Because you do your journal in your journal area, only you can read it, I can read it, but your pair member cannot read it. So in order to make sure that you have a space to share your journal, okay, in the second learning contract with your learning partner, I will give you 1 new tool to use. This is called a wiki. Okay? A wiki is somewhat like a web page, but it is not like a personal web page in the sense more than 1 person can come to the wiki to do things together. That means you can share the journal in the wiki, and your member of your pair can look at it, and they can write on the wiki as you do. Okay? This is one way we are going to learn something more. In the first learning contract, we use journal, we use discussion forum, and you write a blog. In the second learning contract, again, you use this free set of items plus a wiki. Okay, this is a collaborative medium to share work together. So you know the trick. Which week's journal are we going to do in order to prepare for the submission in the second learning contract? You have 3 weeks to choose. Week number 5, week number 6, and week number 7. So you need to talk with your members during this week, no later than next week, so that you know if we don't have time to work out all the journals during this period, let's select 1 week, okay? And then let's divide the number of topics. You do this too, and I do this too, so that we work out the journals and then we share in the wiki. Okay, then you finish working with the journal entry. And after that, what you do is just the same as in your first learning contract. Okay, you select 1 topic from the topic you did for your journal, and that becomes your topic to discuss with your learning partner. And your learning partner is going to select a topic he has done for the journal and would like to engage you to finish the discussions. So do you see the meaning of a treat? Okay, a treat means something good for you. All right? Do you see the meaning? Otherwise, it's a little bit too much. But remember, towards the end of the semester, each student is obliged to submit 10 weeks journal, including those work done by your pair member. Okay? Do you understand what I mean? If he has done the work as a pair, you also own the work as a member of that pair, so you can use it for your submission. All right? Do you see the meaning of that? But you have to make sure that you have to finish 10 weeks journal. We have 15 weeks altogether, but you just need to make sure 10 weeks journal must be done. Okay? And for the artifacts in the second learning contract, in the first learning contract, you just select one week's journal to earn your score, okay? To earn your score there. Do you see the trick and the importance of getting things done, okay? I'm trying to design this learning opportunity so that each one of you understand in each week you must have at least one topic researched. What is meant by that one topic? One question, okay? Here. And underneath this question, you must select at least one item to do your investigations. Okay, you know that when you select one item, when you come down to interpretation, you need to look at 3 others. Indeed, when you look at the references, all right? So one is good enough. So we want to make sure that you know something about us. And in the second learning contract, you also need to do a proposal, just like in the first learning contract. But in the second learning contract, the proposal is pair-based. Pair-based, okay? Not individual. The 2 of you in your pair, or the 3 of you in your pair, come up with one proposal, okay? What your pair want to do with that topic, okay? So this is something very similar to the very first learning contract. We are building up your ability to manage information, to do research on a specific topic of your interest with a consistent set of learning activity, which is selecting a topic, writing the journal of the topic, discuss the topic, journal set with your learning partner, come up with a report, and then write a blog. Okay? And then come up with a proposal, and then produce the meeting minutes. Something like this, very consistent. Okay? That means what? You have all the time of these 3 weeks. The earlier you decide, the better to investigate on the topic of the interest. Okay? To investigate on the topic of the interest. Okay? So hopefully this will work. And you understand the philosophy is this. Okay? And of course, it's also time for me to bring you back to take a good look at the learning objectives of this course. I have only 3, okay? 3 learning objectives. You have now finished your first learning contract. Tomorrow, I'm going to post online a questionnaire, which I mentioned in my teacher's message this week. You're going to finish completing the questionnaire. It's a learning experience questionnaire on learning contract number 1. Basically, I'm trying to ask you some questions of what exactly are you doing, okay? And how you are doing it. I just asked some question now. How many of you have done submit 6, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hopefully by the end of tomorrow, which is the very last deadline for you to submit something, then you spend from Thursday to Saturday's time to finish the questionnaire. Okay? Actually, when you start finishing the questionnaire, it takes you less than 10 minutes to do. Okay? And then I can collect some data from your personal learning experience. And then you can tell me something you like or you don't like, and we can put together something and get some adjustment in the second learning contract. It's very important you do that, because for me, I'm not a dictator in this class. I cannot be a teacher who just say, this is what you need to do, just do it. I have to show you, this is what I want you to do to learn something, but there are some room for improvement which you can suggest. Okay? So, for example, I'm giving you time, flexibility to choose a topic of interest, to focus on the topic of interest, and to make your learning partner responsible to help complete the process. All right? So, if you understand that, mission's half accomplished today. Okay? So, let me double check on to see if there is any student who would like to share today. To ensure that we give you time to do the sharing. So Julia is going to share today. Is it yours? Week number 4. And Michael is going to share today. Okay, this is on the forum of last week. If you respond here, that means you want to share this week. Okay? Julia, is it you want to share today? What? Michael first, right? Okay. Michael, you ready? Okay. I will give you the time when it is 6 o'clock. Okay? So now I would like to spend time discuss among your table member to see if you understand what is expected of you in the second learning contract. I just given you a brief introduction based on your experience in the first learning contract. Okay? So if I remember correctly, in this group you have one pair of 3 members. Okay? And but I have 4 here, that means someone's pair member has not come today. No? Oh, okay. So your pair member? Oh, over there. Okay, sorry. So you are largely separate. Oh, okay, it's all right. So it's all right. Sorry, because I forgot. Thank you very much. So yes, help yourself. Discuss among yourself. If you have a question, ask me, because it's time for me to listen. Do you understand what I just told you? All right. So you have 1.5 days extension to submit your missing work for the first learning contract until 11:55 tomorrow. So try your very best. Okay. This is not so much about the score. The score is not important this quarter. How you can manage to get work done is very important. Okay. Yes. Thank you very much. And of course, if you have tablet, PC, iPad, whatever it is, bring it to class. It's so much easier. I'm going to show you how you can make the best use of iPad in class after your discussions. All right. So if you have an iPad like this, yes, actually I need to use the discussion as an example. Now just take a look. If I have an iPad or whatever it is, iPad is much more easy because by default it has a camera here. The camera is also okay, but we need to use YouTube's video capture. For example, here we go. We have 3 students here, okay? Suppose you're doing a meeting now because you need to take meeting minutes, right? And normally it's better to meet in class than out of the class because you're here already. So how do you keep record of the meeting minutes? Okay, there's one way, it's very easy. You use something like this, okay? And then, all right, and you use the video functions. Let's say they have a camera here, all right? So here I have, you can either take photo or you can do the videos. Now this is a video, all right? So if I am the person who would like to video our discussions here, so I'm going to do something like this. Okay, and then you talk, and then you say 15 minutes discussions. I could actually do a better thing. Let me learn how to do a focus here. How to do tele here because it's not my use of camera. But anyway, you see what I mean. I can do the video like this, okay? And when you talk and do the meetings, you just need to adjust in your table, and you could record your voice discussions and also the video of 3 of you. So if you have a device like this, put it in your table, and that will be a very good recording device for your meeting. And then at the end of that, you can use the video as the basis to write your meeting minutes. Do you understand what I mean? Then you can focus on discussions rather than taking down the meeting details. Okay? So it's much more efficient. Normally we have a meeting for less than 10 minutes to handle the issues. And so if I stop here, I have less than 1 minute. So then I can play you back immediately by pressing this button. And then you can hear. It's very easy, right? So take meeting minutes, something like this with an iPad. But if you have, I think you also have a video here, right? And this is a MacBook, so you almost have the same functions. But if you have a camera PC, okay, or notebook, then you can go to YouTube. I'm going to show you today in a minute. Over there in YouTube, there is a video capture. You just have to use it. And then you can video the whole things. And then it can help you directly post on YouTube too, so everybody can use it immediately. For these, if you do not have my iPad, then you do not watch the video unless I extract it and post on YouTube. Okay? So because you are 21st century students, so these are 21st century classroom discussions tools, all right? So you need to learn how to use it. So it's one way, but it's highly recommended because if you do something like this, later on in the wiki, you can say this is our video record of our meeting, together with the paper record. I will give you bonus. Because this is what I want you to demonstrate ability. And this is also one of the learning outcomes of this course. Okay? Do you see the meaning of that? Sometimes it's very rigid. If you have a meeting like this, and someone, unless he's very skillful, you can put down the meeting minutes easily. Otherwise, when you do it twice, with a draft, and then you call it the format. But if you do something like this, everybody is happy because we focus on who's going to do what, which week. You do this topic, and then it's a very good record, and you never forget about it. Okay? So you need to learn how to use that. It's not that expensive. I think you can afford things like this. Alright? And even your iPhone can do something similar. That you have to adjust the angle. Alright? So you understand what I mean? It's very useful. Okay? That's why I got my iPad here in class rather than my notebook. There's a computer here, but I can move it from table to table, right? So you understand that? You understand what I'm trying to tell you? It's so simple to video record. All right. Now let me show you another way to do it on your PC at home or wherever it is. So if you do not have the iPad, but you have a PC like this. What you need to do is you have to go to, say, YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. So here we go, we have come to YouTube, all right? What you need is, you must sign up first in YouTube. And normally you are, because you have a Google account there. If you have a Google account, it means you're already signed up in YouTube. So once you sign up to YouTube, like this, all right? So you can see, I just signed up to my channel. I have an education channel in YouTube where you can watch the class video. And let's do it here in upload. Okay, you click the upload button here, all right? Once you click the upload button, you see on the right-hand side of this page, do you see there's something called webcam capture? This is YouTube's convenient tool for any of you who have access to a computer with a webcam to do a video capture, okay? So if I am a student, I would like to ask my teacher some questions. I can produce a short video using webcam capture here. Here, what we need to do is to say, I need to start recording. When this is pressed, you will see there is a small dialog box. Come up here to see if I could allow this webcam, which is attached to this computer, to capture my face. Now let me just say allow, okay, and then I close this. So here you go, you can see my face immediately, all right? So let me, just do better positions, all right? Here we go. Looks a little bit uncomfortable already. So now it is being recorded. As you can see, it's 17, 19, 20 seconds. So let's start it as we used to do. Good afternoon, March 11, 2014. This is CISG113, Section 1, Information Security and Privacy. Today is day number 8 on Tuesday, week number 5. Let me just stop right here and show you. When I stop here, I can immediately upload this video to my YouTube account by pressing upload. So when it is being uploaded, it takes about 1 to 2 minutes time, and then you will see there is a video link, okay, indicated here in your account, and you can also share that link with whoever you want to share. Well, if you want to make it public, much more convenient. Normally, I make it public, there's no big deal, all right? So you can use this method if you have a camera at home. You sit in a very comfortable position, you turn your webcam in such a way they could videotape your actions, and then you have a microphone like this on top of the table, so everyone who speaks is recorded properly into the video. So that is one way to record meetings in progress. It's not difficult in this era. This is called the information age, right? All right. So let's just wait a while before it's being done. Okay. So having said that, let me just return some time to you for your discussions. And if you need to ask me questions specifically for that, you are most welcome. Okay. If not, then we'll wait just a while and pass the microphone to Michael and then to Julian. Yes. In the second proposal, in the learning project number 1, last 2, or that means what you need to produce for your proposal. For the last 2 items. In your proposal, just like in your first learning contract, okay, you need to provide the name of a topic you want to do. The name of the topic, just the name. For example, you want to do information security, then you write information security. Okay, this is number 1 item. The second thing you need to include in your proposal is 3 simple but essential questions to do some investigations on this topic called information security. Maybe it's who needs information security is one question. Why do we need information security is another question. Where do we do information security is another question. 3 questions, very simple, right? And then you need to provide from 3 to 5 relevant references related to that topic, information security. Normally, you can look back on the reading list, okay? Because in the reading list, we have more than 1 items of interest. But you can also encourage to look up related references from other sources in the internet so that you can copy those references. Maybe it's a link, okay? But learn the APA style of giving a reference, okay? Which you can already see, say, just like a book, an article, or a YouTube video, or voice script, or a newspaper article, whatever it is. Okay? So each one is counted as 1 relevant references. You have to produce from 3 to 5. Normally 3 is good enough. So number 1 is the name. Number 2 is 3 simple but essential questions. Number 3, from 3 to 5 relevant references. Finally, write a simple paragraph, not more than 200 English words, to describe the significance of this topic we choose. For example, information security. That's it. That is your proposal. All right? That is your proposal. So a proposal includes a name, 3 questions, 3 to 5 references, and a simple paragraph. All right? Let's do it. Okay, a blog is very simple. Now, the blog may be a big term, but it's a final essay. You can say it's a final essay, the purpose of which is to summarize the learning on that topic you choose. Okay? Okay? It's a final essay. The purpose is to summarize the learning from the topic you choose. Normally, it's shorter. than your report. Okay? Oh, very good. A report is a formal writing which helps you to indicate what you have studied in terms of observations, what you have questions in terms of interpretations, what you have obtained in terms of lessons learned, OIA of the topic. Okay? But before you produce the set, you need to write a simple literature review on the topic you choose. That means you need to go back to the 3 other references you have picked for that topic and study each one of these a little bit and write a summary on each of the references. That is called a literature review. Now, in your report, which contains 2 topics, that means you have 2 sets of such things. Each set is done by one of you in your pair. So in your report, because you have 2 topics for 2 persons and 3 topics for 3 persons, you need to have at least for along 2 persons, 2 sets of such things, which is based on the writing guideline given you. Okay, let me show you the writing guideline if you happen to miss it. Okay, in the teacher's message here for, let's say, this teacher's message that I released to you 2 weeks ago. Here is a writing guideline. Okay, when you click on this writing guideline, you see that this is what I expect to be in your report. You have a cover sheet, you have a title page, you have a table of contents. The table of contents actually contains the following items, okay? And the page number. Aims and purpose of the report is to share your learning on the 2 topics: literature review, observations, interpretations, application. Don't write me long pages. You don't need to do that because you start with your journal set of OIA, add a little bit of the feedback from your learning partner, modify a little bit and become a core findings here. Okay? Each one of you in your pair need to do all of these for your topic and then merge them together. Okay? And for each topic you must indicate your name. Alright? So it's what we call, you need to learn to be individually responsible for your topic and you join hand with your learning partner to come up with your report. Alright? And guess what? You share the score. Okay? So you share the score. So if your learning partner has not done a good job, you make up London's desire on top of the score as you want. So you are obliged to oversee your partner's work, and your work will be overseen by your partners in the report. Normally, remember that as part of the score, we've got 4, 3, 2, 1. We have the rubrics here in order to encourage you to maintain a standardized quality of work. Okay, don't just take it as a piece of homework. It's really a very good opportunity for you to learn how to write something according to the expected scientific report standard. Okay, although you can also apply the discussions report. It's all right. Learn. Okay. My first concern in designing this kind of assignment is I want you to learn doing something instead of escape from your learning opportunity. Alright? You have all the time you need, although you may not have all the time you want. Okay? Any other questions? Thank you. Michael, are you ready? Okay, let me give you the microphone. Alright, so I'm your cameraman.
Hello everyone. Today I will say something about information literacy. In my opinion, information literacy is an ability to evaluate information. I think it is very important for us, especially we are in this area, when information is so easy to get, but much of it is too quantity. So we have to know how to sift high quality information and understand it. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, it's very concise. Information privacy. in the context of information literacy. Okay, very good question to bring up. Thank you, Michael. Julia, are you ready? Yes, okay. Just take your time. So let me encourage you to sign up and grab this opportunity to share what you have prepared for the whole class. And of course, when you have done the first time, you have enough confidence and experience to do it the second time. And when you do it the second time, you may want to add a little bit more. So it's up to you, okay? It's up to you to grab the chance. Every time, I'm going to post a sign-up call at the end of the second class of each week, and then you grab the chance to do it, all right? It could be something as simple as just what Michael did, but you already got the experience, okay? And you make a very good point.
Today I want to share something that type on this page.
Okay. What's the core title? The core title. Topic, yes.
Topic about the teaching reform.
Okay, thank you.
Then I read it, and you see on the board. Besides that, learners nowadays should have some changes in their learning methods. The educators may have some innovation for teaching as well. According to the video, so many schools nowadays are not so innovative in teaching still. Here are some angles in teaching provided to you all. First, teachers should ask more questions rather than give answers. Let the students think more actively. Second, innovative education prepares students for their future, not teachers' past. That means we shouldn't just repeat what the teachers have learned in the very old days. And continue. As the society is developing, the related skills should be updated as well. Just like the survivors in the environment evolution will be the animals that are able to change themselves instead of the fastest or strongest. The education should devote to creating self-involving learner, which means that the learner should have the ability to keep adaptive. If we teach today as we taught yesterday, we rob our children of tomorrow.
It's very important. This is a very important thing. Do you know who said it?
Oh no.
Let me tell you, John Dewey. He was a teacher of Wuxi. Okay? It's John Dewey said it in about 1910 from his book. Remember, it's very important. If we teach today as we taught yesterday, we rob our children of tomorrow. It's very important. Very good. Let's continue.
Stop talking as much as we can. This we means the teachers. The teachers should encourage the students to think more critically. These are what the speaker said during the video. And to explore innovation, sometimes we should just let the past be the past and go out to touch, feel the real world. Instead. Do something practical, let the knowledge alive and become one's ability. That's all, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. You bring up very good points in teachings today. That's why I try to do it in this classroom to make room for your inspirations. Thank you, Julia. Thank you very much. Let me just go back to tally. Okay, thank you. Make sure you upload this piece of document, Julia. Upload this to the public discussion forum this week as a record of your work, okay? And you have to remember, in your journal, when you did present or share something in class, there's a list of your in-class participation, because you will use that list to create your score, okay? Towards the end of the semester, and that is 20%, okay? you give me the list with the video link as I put it on the UMOTO site, that's it. All right, very important. So let's go back to today's class. This is week number 5. If you take a look at what we are supposed to do after going through the 4 common modules, which is, as you can see, the first module is Introductions to IT and Knowledge Society, which is done in week number 2. And the second common module and the third, which is done in week number 3, is Ethics and Social Responsibility, as well as the Digital Divide. And in week number 4 is Information Literacy and Competency. And we've gone through the discovery process. And so this week is week number 5. We walk through the basics of inquiry-based learning by emphasizing the OIA process. And we continue to build on top of the OIA by adding into this the self-regulated learning. What does it mean? It means besides the basic skills of inquiry, you add into something that's called setting goals for your study. Set the goals for your study. Ask yourself how much resources you have in terms of time, in terms of manpower, and ask yourself if you have any measures to evaluate the work done in between the process towards the completion of the process. And today, we are walking into day number 8, and the core topics, 1, privacy and encryptions. It's our topic today. And on Friday, web attacks and internet vulnerabilities are the topic on Friday. Now, I'm helping you to understand something about privacy and encryptions without assuming any technical background. So what is meant by privacy? Very good. Michael have mentioned a little bit about this. Something that belongs to an individual person's, none of your own business. Privacy, right? This is my business. It's something I need to keep to myself. I don't want you to peek into it. Privacy, something that is supposed to be kept confidential for the particular persons. Encryption, it's considered as a method to turn something plain into something cryptic. Well, do you understand what is meant by encryptions? If I want to send to my girlfriend a message saying, I love you, but I do not write, I love you. So I would like to change it to J. I plus 1 step is J, right? I, J, K. L, I write M. O, I write P. Okay? And V, I write what? W. Right? And then E, I write F. Then I'm changing the message, I love you, into something cryptic. Unless I know the method to decode it, which is going back 1 character in the letter alphabet, you will never know the message I sent. Encryption is something like this. It's a broad term to tell us if we try to change the form of something from its original form to some other form without informing anybody the method of change, I should be kept safe in terms of my privacy. It's my private message to someone using a particular algorithm to make it not plain. So encryption is something like this. Now the issue here is, let's try to put it into the context of the intellect activity. Let's watch a story by CNN.
Sure. You know, if you think the photos and information you post on sites like Facebook and Twitter are safe, and CNN's James Reserve found privacy is dead, and what you post, even the innocent stuff, can end up hurting you.
sweetheart put photos of his Hawaiian wedding on Facebook to share with close friends, but when he made mention of it on Twitter, he didn't know a link would be attached, giving more than 3,000 followers access to some rather intimate images.
We didn't think they were offensive right anyway, but my wife didn't prefer for everybody to see those photos.
While his case was embarrassing, others are downright dangerous. Sarah Downey was horrified when a picture of her young daughter was hijacked from her Flickr account and used in a sexually suggested Portuguese language profile on Orchid.com, a social networking site.
It broke my heart. It broke my heart.
Downey posted a translation to warn other Flickr users, but then, she says, total strangers exploited the internet to find her phone number and, worse, her home address.
We would go to the grocery store and I'd wonder, has this person seen my daughter? Are they here, trying to find us, trying to, get close with my daughter?
Since then, Downey has tried to protect her private information. Has it worked? With her permission, we gave her name to Stephen Rambam, a private investigator who harvests information from the internet. In less than 90 seconds, he turns up 100 pages of possible links.
Frankly, anything you'd want to know about this young lady seems to be available on the web.
On sites like YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, and Twitter, more and more Americans are making their private information public. Put it together with public documents like newspaper accounts and property records, and a portrait emerges. Take Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia. Using free, publicly available information on the internet, a Fordham University Law School class came up with 15 pages of information, including Scalia's home address and phone number, even movies and foods he likes.
If we were willing to spend $100 for the project, we would have been able to acquire far more intrusive, far scarier information.
Private investigator Rambam says anytime you hit the send button, your information is no longer your own. He says your frequent flyer program, movie account, book purchases, even some searches can be tracked, stored, and sometimes sold.
I have a window into your soul. I know what you believe. I know what you think. I know who your family is. I know who your friends are. I know your politics.
Orchid.com says it has updated its policies and tools to find and remove fake profiles like the one of Sarah Downey's daughter. And Google says it gives customers the tools they need to protect their personal information. Many of us could be more careful. In addition, some privacy experts would like to see standardized and simplified website privacy policies or even government restrictions on secondhand use of private information.
Stephen Rambam sees a lot of positives to having so much information on the internet and says the genie is already out of the bottle.
10 years from now, you're going to have a choice of getting used to minimal privacy or subleasing the Unabomber's cabin. That's going to be your two choices. The fact of the matter is there's nowhere to hide.
As Rambam puts it, privacy is dead. Get over it. Gene Meserve, CNN, Washington.
And we're pushing forward now with the next hour of CNN Newsroom with T.
So you just read the story about privacy online. What impressed you most about some details of this CNN story? A little girl. Yeah. Yeah. So you see why? My wife never allowed me to post our kids' photos online. That's real. Never. So we never post our kids' photos online. Because we never know when photo is used by someone with bad intentions. What did they do with the little girl's photo? Kidnapping? No, the little girl was not kidnapped. But it was used for what purpose? No, the little girl was just less than 5 years old. Do you catch the idea? What they used the little girl's photos? Can you catch it? Some bad guys, okay, used the little girl's picture and characterized the little girl as a Me Too porn star. Okay, so because in the intellect, a lot of the people would like to have sex service with kids. and they use the little girl's picture and put it in all the what we call the porn agents portal, making a lot of the people believing that this is a kid they could look for services. You see what it means? And because of the lack of privacy in the internet, the real address of the little girl and the phone was posted there. And you receive phone call asking for your service. What do you think? That's a lot that happens in the United States. And it's increasingly, I think, discover cases like this in the Asian regions too. So that's very important. It's quite legitimate for parents to be very sensitive on posting something online. In the Facebook, particularly those of you who add friends easily, right? So it's very interesting and it's very sensitive. No physical harm done to little girl, but things like this will create a lot of troubles. And have you ever experienced, which is also said a little bit here, that your personal identity was stolen, okay, and used by someone else in a social networking site as if it's you? And if they say something bad, people believe it's you who said something bad. If they did something wrong, people believe it's you who did something wrong. And you never know it until all the damage has been done. In the past, one typical example is your friend will receive an email which seemingly comes from you because the email is your email. And the email carries a message. Well, you can say it's a mischief. If a mischief is okay. But there's something more than that, making people believe that you are sending out something which is largely not accepted. Okay? What if they send you an email telling you, here, you can come to me to buy cocaine? Then you will be in big trouble. So when we talk about when they say privacy is there, it's not too much. Cases of stories have been largely discovered through many of the criminal investigation units, and even in Macau today, as reported by the judiciary police, many of the crime reported in Macau today are mostly computer-related crimes, or better say, intellect-related crimes. So what do you think? This is the first lesson on privacy. And so what can we do? Encryptions. A lot of the time, we try to be very careful whatever we do. Have you ever tried to use a public computer in the library to check your email? And it's very convenient in many of the airports around the world. They have free internet access. And they have free computer for people to use. So you can use a computer to type in your web address, maybe your webmail and password. And who knows, what you type in there was recorded by keylogger. And so the next person to come in just download a piece of data, they keep track of your key logins there, and they know your user ID and password, and if they capture what address that they can use your identity to look at your data. So that is something very, very important that we need to learn something about this. All right, so this is the first video. Let's look at another story.
Do you really have a private life online?
It's a very good discussion topic.
we going to upload that photo to the internet?
Sure.
You don't mind people seeing you like that?
Do you think I'm stupid? My pictures can only be seen by my friends on Fiesti.
How many friends do you have on Fiesti?
175.
Are there other people in the photo okay with the picture being uploaded?
Well, if just my buddies can see it, there's no problem. Besides, it was a party. If they let somebody take their picture, it can't be that big a deal. If you get your picture taken, it's to show it off, right?
Okay, but how well do you really know all of your online friends? How do you know you can trust them?
Well, I don't know all of them. Some are good friends, others are acquaintances. But I decide who makes the list.
Right, but any of those 175 people can copy your picture with a single keystroke and then do whatever they want to do with it.
Well, yeah. I guess so. But what would they do that for?
And if those friends share your picture with other people?
Nah, they wouldn't do that.
Have you asked them not to? Do they know that you don't want other people to see that picture? They might think it's just a perfectly normal picture and that you don't care who sees it.
Well, since you put it like that. But look, you're driving me crazy. You're paranoid. I already configured my privacy settings, and that's enough. What more do you want?
And if someone sneaks into your private zone?
Impossible. They'd need to steal my password. And I haven't given it to anybody, and I've made it difficult to guess, just in case. Besides, I update my antivirus software all the time to make sure Trojans who can steal them won't get through. You're a pro.
And the other 175, are they also pros? They also do all those steps to make sure their information is secure.
No, but
your private space that no one can get into doesn't really sound that secure, does it?
in social networks, your online privacy can be affected by others. The privacy of others also depends on you.
Do you see the meaning of that? How many of you have not used Facebook? Not. Everybody has a Facebook account. Last statement, keep that in mind. All right, you understood what I mean. Now, finally, I don't want to hold you too long. I want to give you some time to discuss about this, but I want to show you one more example. Have you ever used a name to Google yourself?
Yes.
Okay, stop saying. Okay, let's try your name.
So let's say we go to this one, right? So let's use Topsy's name. And then what we're going to do is we're going to Google Topsy's name.
What do you see? So Stopsy has a LinkedIn account, right? No, this is not Stopsy. So not yet, right? So what do you find? Only free? So is this what you find?
No.
No.
I type Stopsy Chan.
Stopsy Chan, okay. Let's do Stopsy Chan. And then, all right, let's go for another, right here. Is this yours? Is this yours?
No.
So
I
stop.
find my image
Yeah.
in Google.
In Google?
Yeah.
So let's try this one.
Image.
Image.
This to the web. Yeah.
Right here, right? So you find where is Topsy? Where is Topsy? Okay. So you can try it. Sometimes you might discover something very interesting about yourself. Use your name in Google. Okay? For me, I can definitely find a bunch because I publish something, and so I have my names over there associated with my publications. And normally you can discover once in a while there's something very clear and very weird or something about your name. associated with it, you can discover someone else has used your identity to something else. Okay? So I give you some time to talk about what you've watched now and share among the table member. I think it's important for you to share your ideas. And if you want to tell us something, go ahead. I give you the microphone. All right? So you have at least 5 minutes time to share and talk about it first. Okay? I'll give you this. Okay?
you. Shannon, thank you. Ian, yes, thank you. Michael, yes. Jacqueline, thank you. Antonio, thank you. Stasi, yes. Ivy, yes. Andy, yes. Thomas, yes. Angie, Angie's not here. Nesbra, yes. Great. Celine, yes. Julia, yes. And then all of you, yes. And Peter, thank you very much. So may I invite some of you to share your personal experience based on watching this tutorial video. So, can you help? Do you have anything that you can share with us with watching this video? Any of your personal or your friends' experience? It's okay. You can it's really up to you. You can tell us more. Yes, thank you. The microphone is on the table. We are talking about privacy and encryption today. Thank you, Napa.
When I in my secondary school.
Okay.
My classmates were post some ugly photo about my classmates on Facebook.
Okay.
And, they will let them comment to let them use some interesting word to maybe attack these photos because yeah, I think this is my experience.
Okay, so an examples of photos used not the proper way to attract attention. Thank you very much, Lampra. Anyone from your table who want to share more? Antonio, thank you.
I remember I had a friend take the photo. It's nude without
Naked. Okay, no clothes at all.
Yes. And they take me at the trampoline at the Norway.
Okay.
And he uploaded the photo on the Facebook, and I asked him, why did you do that? And he said, in the mainland China can't use the Facebook, so it's okay. Then no one can saw that. But I think that if someone hack in your account or someone copy the photo, and then when you back to China, want to get some money from you, how about this? And he think about that and don't upload and delete the photo immediately.
Okay. Your story reminded me what happened in Macau just 2 or 3 months ago. We heard stories about liquid discussions. You know what I mean? Normally we do ICQ before or Skype today. We can see face to face, but not just face to face. They're naked. Okay, and normally they do not know the tricks played by those groups of people. They use ladies to appear nude to many of the men. They invite those guys on the other side to take off the clothes too. And you know the camera is there. At the end of that, they took all the videos of the guy and sent back to him and say, he's $5,000 US. And many of those guys at the very beginning, because of shame, they pay, but they continue to ask for it. And they report the case to the judiciary police. And over the past few months, numerous cases like this was reported by the police. Now, let alone those cases have not been discovered. So I think it's a very important context for us to educate ourselves. There are many bad guys out there using this trick or trap to make money. Yes. So, but I think your friend may be an experienced guy. No, okay. Anyway, so any other who would like to share your experience? Yes, hello, Stubbsy.
My friend has posted a photo about she's searching her name on Google,
okay.
and she find that the photos of her has been posted on Google,
okay.
and he captured photo to Instagram. So I saw it,
right.
And I'm wondering if it's true or not. And so I decided to search my name on Google too, and I find my profile picture of Facebook is on the Google page.
All right. Is it in
so
a good
it's
sense
shocked.
or bad sense? Someone use it in a proper way or in a mischievous way? You see?
I think someone is still
okay.
has still my.
That's
photo.
why we need to be very careful sometimes to learn how to protect ourselves online. These are the basic things. Not just the virus now. It's the kind of intentional behavior that people set over there to solicit, to fish for victims, right? So any other, can you pass the microphone to other tables? Yes. And Ivy, do you have something to share?
In the internet, we have no privacy because some people can use our information to do something bad or not, bad or good. But in the Facebook, we can set some. When we post a picture, we can let our friends to see, but our friends cannot see. In the Facebook, can set that. So I think this is
better.
Yes, this is better and can protect our photo or our information.
Is it complicated to set this privacy?
No.
Now it's easier, right? Yeah.
Yes, you can set this, but when you not set and other people can see your picture.
Okay, that's much better. But can you stop people from copying your picture?
No, in the Facebook cannot stop the people copying.
Yeah. So any other comments from Manny?
Just like Cassie said, I really searched my name on Google just now.
Okay.
Then I find out there's no privacy on. This is definitely no privacy because I find out the information I got.
Yes.
12 years ago, I got a mentor from computation. I can also Google it.
Oh.
Wow, it can stay so many times.
Yes, it stayed forever indeed. Yeah.
So forever, really.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Manny. So, yes, the other sides. Do you have something? Yes, Thomas, you can say something now. Thank you, Thomas.
In my personal experience, especially my Facebook account, it's not real because I invent most of the information except my last name because I use for the school's group discussion also.
Okay.
So I keep only my last name is the real one,
okay.
but the others are I just invented. And I have a friend. She's a housekeeper, and she used to work in Hong Kong because of one of her best friend knows her details, especially her Facebook details. So when they have a problem over some money, like that, her friends try to use her ID. She got access to her friend's Facebook and edit all the photos, especially just have all the photos, especially the heads, and try to put some very, very beautiful girls' photos there, and try to naked, the naked photos to my friends.
Yes.
So my friends, when the families in Indonesia and in South Korea, the first time they see the photos, they gave her call immediately to ask whether this is her or not. So she, the only thing is that she did is I told her that it's better just to tell your friends that if she does not remove this, just tell her that I will complain to the police. I will tell the police,
yes,
so they can quickly find you because I know you. So it's just like, especially sometimes our friend also
yes,
can do harm things to
yes,
ourselves also.
Yes.
So
we have to learn how to be calm. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Thomas. Hi, Peter.
And I think most importantly is that we have to understand what we put it online will remain online forever. For example, if you've taken some very stupid photos and you put it on Facebook, you post it once and for that very stupid, so you delete it. Actually, the photo will exist in the online forever, which means you will never able to delete it all. So with each time, when we try to post something online, we should think twice before doing it. For example, do we really want to post our home address online or real names online? We really need to think twice before we post those informations online, because this is I think it should be the main way to protect our personal informations.
Yes. Thank you, Peter. So, Zihin, do you have anything to add?
For me, I didn't really care about shoes, because my name is very difficult to use. Yes, I have just found in Google. I found there are different people. For example, there's girls, men, uncle, and others. But do not have me.
Okay.
So there's no problem.
Okay, thank you for you're very bold. Yes. Okay, Emily, Amelia, yes.
Yes, I want to say something about Facebook. And on Facebook, there are a function.
Right.
On this is about the map.
Okay.
Yes, when somebody go to where then they will share
the locations. Yes.
Yes, the location of Facebook. I have tried it also.
Okay.
But I find that it is very dangerous because when you sign up, you can't or you very hardly to delete the location you signed up before.
Yes.
So when you do this action, you must think twice before action.
Okay. Yes, look before we leap. Yes, thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. Do you want to pass the microphone to Michael's table or your colleagues on the same table? Thank you. Thank you very much.
I also want to say about Facebook. The Facebook system, if you just set your private setting like only your friends can see your post and your photo.
Yes.
The system of this now have, if I like my post picture,
yes,
and Michael's friend will see this. I share a photo, but my friend like that picture that another one, if just I don't know, can see that picture.
Okay.
So I think it is very difficult to protect our privacy. I think the most effective way is just don't post anything on Facebook.
Okay. Yes, I think it's a very secure way. But today, as I have another class, we talk about can we come to terms in line with this web technology. Yes, you want to add something, Thomas?
I just want to ask professors about when we do the online shopping,
right,
especially that's the tricky thing because we put all the details there.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether these our details is recorded by the companies or
it's recorded mainly by the company, but sometimes the company will use a system to help to protect our privacy. For example, I have my address, I have my credit card information in Amazon because I use my credit card to buy books and other things. So far, I think it's quite secure. Okay, and I also pay my annual fees for professional organizations online, and they keep the information in such a way that make me feel secure. You have to be very careful sometimes. I will not trust any other online company that easily. That's why I seldom do online shopping from typical sites, not even in Togo, not even in Togo. I try only to Amazon. I only buy something which I believe it's okay because I've experienced in doing it. And also I have this practice. I would use a credit card with a certain limit to buy something. I would never use a credit card with a big limit to buy something which I don't want to have any mishap. Okay? So they would have basically my address, and normally I use a work address at university. I have the English side of my name, and then I'll have my credit card number. Today, in the credit card, they will ask you the secret code. On the back of the credit card, the 3 digits. And normally, if you get the secret code, the bank will trust it. And today, even in Macau, like the DNU, whenever you have done a credit card transaction larger than a certain amount, they will give me immediately in my phone. So that I will check, double check, okay, this is mine, I will just approve it. If it's not mine, I will immediately disapprove it. Okay? So that is one way to do measures. You have to be very careful.
But why we use password in credit card?
Sometimes we use password in credit card, not in shopping. Okay, particularly in mainland China, they ask the price of the password. I never use a credit card with password and do something like this. Yes. I seldom do that because you see, when you try to press your password in that particular device, it's easily captured by some software or even hackers, or even they will carry camera, they can see that. So I never do that. Okay, so I think there are measures that we can discover. It depends on the technology. Later on, I will show you an example. Today is too late. Your credit card today should be safe, but if you have a credit card that belongs to the RFID type, which is very normal a couple of years ago, people can actually use a detector, come close to you and get all your credit card information just because it's RFID. And you never know your information was stolen, and immediately you use the information to purchase or not. Very interesting. Okay, that's it for today. It's too late, 7 o'clock already. Thank you for staying behind. And that's it for today's class, CISG113, Section 1, Information Security and Privacy on March 11, 2014.